Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of Let's Code It. In the last video of this series, we have seen how to define a variable and also what all are the different data types in Rust programming language. Today we're gonna look into another important topic, which is function. We will see how to define a function and how to pass parameter to a function, how to return a value from the function, and what all are the convention or best practices in Rust in terms of functions. And like I used to say in every video, I have prepared a short note based on the topics covered in this video. You'll be able to find the link in the comment section. Feel free to use it for your future reference. So without any ado, let's get started. So um, we have already came across the function in Rust programming language in our previous videos. So the main function you see here, this itself is an important function in Rust programming language. So the main is an entry point in most of the Rust programs. So here you can see the function is defined with a keyword called fn, and then the function name with the parenthesis, and the body of the function is enclosed in braces. So this is a basic function here, but here you cannot see how the function is called. It's automatically handled by the framework. But we can define another function with the parenthesis, and in the braces we'll just print something here. Println this is from another function. So here we defined a function, and we will remove this code, and then we will call the function from here. So this is how you define a function, and this is how you call a function. Here you can see it printed like this is from another function. So this is a basic example. Now we can see how to pass a variable to the function, like a parameter, like how you pass a parameter, or sometimes it's even called arguments. So we can see how to pass an argument here. So we can define an argument x is equal to i32, and we are passing it from here 5, and then here you can print that value. So you can see this from this main function we called another function with the value 5. It is received here and it printed here. So there are a few things you have to note here. One is like Rust recommend to define the function in snake case, like in Python programming language. And then for the parameter or argument, you have to define the type. So that is very important for Rust. And here, yeah, you pass the parameter, and if you want to pass another parameter, you can add a comma and then pass that variable here 5, and then 6, and here also we can print that value. Fine. So yeah, this is how you pass the multiple variables. You can see 5 and 6 printed here. Now another thing we can do is like we can make this function to return something, and then we can print that value here. So how do you do that? So for return value, you have to define the type of the return value with an arrow function. Sorry, it's with an arrow key. And then here you can define another variable, x is equal to another function. And here you have to add a return value. Here it's showing an error because you have defined a return value, but it's not returning anything. So return you can do in multiple ways. You can return x plus y like this using the return keyword. And then let's print here, println return the value is x. So here you can see yeah, this is not printed here. Here you can see that at okay, this is another thing, and yeah, here you can see it returned the value here. So this is one way of defining the return. Another way is to just add x plus y here without the semicolon. So in Rust we have statements and also expression. So statement is something that ends with a semicolon. It won't have a return value. Let's say, for example, if I define a variable here, let k is equal to 6, this is a statement. It doesn't return any value, which means that if I add another let here, like m is equal to let y of let k is equal to 6, it will not be like in another programming language like m is equal to k is equal to 6. In Rust this won't return any value, so here you can say that it's showing an error here. So this is not possible in Rust. So yeah, just keep in mind that the one that is ends with a semicolon, it's most likely it's a statement. It's not mandatory, because here if you see, if I don't add a semicolon also, it will work without any issue. But in function, with a return value defined, it is important that the final expression in the function should return the same type that we defined here, and also it should not have a semicolon. See, if you add a semicolon here, it will not work, it will throw an error. So this is the important thing that you have to keep in mind. Now, yeah, we have already seen how to define a function, how to pass a parameter, and how to return a value from a function. So let's also cover one small topic in this video, like about comment. So like you already know, like in every programming language, we will have comments just to improve the readability, and in some cases, these comments are parts that's technical documentation for a project in some cases. So yeah, let's see how to define a comment. So in Rust, we can define comment as single line. Let's say this is a single line comment, and for the multi-line what we have to do is it's similar to single line, but we will just add it for every lines. So it's very straightforward and it's very simple. Just keep in mind that this is how you define the comment, and this will help to improve the readability of the code. So here you can add returns, some of all the parameters. So just keep in mind that this is how you define a comment, and use the comment as much as possible to improve the readability of the code. So I think we can conclude our video here. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.